Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you top features of DataGrip. I'm planning to show you 10 features, but I might show a bit more, so that's fine. All right, the first time you open DataGrip, it will look like this. So let me open one of my projects here. It's opening up. I can close this window that's already open, and already I can see first, DataGrip comes with this tip of the day. So for example, right now they've already shown one tip which I was planning to show you about commenting and commenting code. So you can be reading this, you can click next to see what will be the next word, but most of the time I don't read this anyway because sometimes they're so long. Anyway, so let me close this. I already see here my font is a bit small. Where do you change the settings? You just go here, and you can see I'm using the new UI of from DataGrip. So let me go to settings, and most of the stuff that you want here is you just go and search. So for example, I want to search font size. I just say font, and then it will open. So it says here my font is 13. So I want to increase it a bit. Let me increase up to 16 maybe. Let's start bigger. You can say apply. Okay. And hopefully when I come back here, my font is, yep, slightly bigger. I can even increase that one more time. Let me close this. Open new query console. Let's see. All right. I'm going to increase that to 18. Settings, 16. I want it to be to 18. There's some other settings there. And while I'm still here, there is another setting that I really like. It's about soft wrap. By default, is not enabled. So I can just type here soft wrap. And then I should see all the options. So here, from active editor here, I can click general. Let's say where it is it. And then it tells you which kind of files you want to soft wrap. Here I can just say, okay, I want to soft wrap these files. All right, so here I can just, normally I just want to soft wrap everything. I can just comma like that and say I want to soft wrap all the files, and then I can just use that pattern. You can type dot, for example, dot SQL, but if it's everything, then I can just say that star symbol dot all. I believe that should work. All right, and then I'm gonna say apply, and then I'm gonna say okay. All right, my font that should be 18. Cool. So the very first thing I want to show you is about this feature that I really like. So I already have my tables here, and you can see I have like my 3 data sources. I have 1, 2, and 3. The very first thing I want to show you, for example, let me go to my online store. I can right click, say new query console, can close the other one. If you want to do select all from a table, so for example here, if I expand, I can see all my tables. I have about those 7 tables. If I want to do select all from customers, for example, so in some instances, some situation, you might want to see all the columns, or you might want to select maybe 5 of the columns. I don't need to type one by one. All I need to do is select this star, for example here, and this kind of tip will pop up, and if I click that, and then I can say expand columns, it will expand all these columns here, you see. And then I can delete the ones that I don't want. Is a very, very cool feature. I think a shortcut for that is also, let me do that one more time, select all from maybe employees. I think another feature is just by right clicking that and select alt enter. It shows this. If you just right click and alt enter, and then you can select this. All right, okay, just see this bulb here and click and see which options. All right, cool. So that was the very first thing I wanted to show you. That's number 1. Number 2, how do you copy, for example, and paste these data sources or tables? Let's start it with data sources. So for example, here I'm going to remove everything. We don't need this. So let's come back here. These are different data sources here. I've already connected. In my other video, I'll show you how to connect this. But right now, I want to I want to duplicate this, for example, for whatever reason, maybe you just want to duplicate this data source. How do you do that? You can just click, and as I come here, copy and paste and say duplicate, and you say yes, already says number 2. And whenever I duplicate, all you need to do is just to add a password. Same password. I can test the connection. It works. I can say okay, apply, okay, and I will have 2 of these data sources. Now remember, they are all connected to the same source. That's another cool feature if you might want for some reason to have duplicate data sources there. I think there's some scenarios where you might do, or you might need to do that. Another thing, apart from these data sources, which obviously come with all the tables inside, so here I have 2 of these. Another thing, you might want to duplicate some of your tables. So how do you duplicate a table or to copy to a table? For example, here I have this YouTube and YouTube 2. So let's say I want to maybe copy one of these tables here to another one. So let's say, for example, here I'm an example for YouTube. I can select this. Let's open and see one of the table, for example, customers here. All right, I have my customers table. How do I copy one table to another? We have these tools here you can use. So one that you can use is this one, copy to database. So I can select this, copy to database, and where do you want your target schema to be? Where do you want it to copy? I want to copy it to this number 2, right? Or I want to copy to random database because the online store already have customer. I want to copy to random database. It's gonna go there as customers number 1, and all I need to do is import. Voila, you can see it is loading. If I come here to random database tables, I can see a customers number 1. It has already been copied from one table to the other. All right, cool. And let's see here. So what else apart from copying? I want to show you how you can also export your database or your tables, I can say. So let me close all these windows. Also, if for example you're working from a small screen and you just want to have you want to close one of these windows, you can just minimize. So for example, if I go to files here, I can minimize this. I can even go here and minimize this, and the shortcut is hide and shift. And if you want to see all of them back again, I can just come here. I need to go to view, tools window, that is database explorer. I can go again. The other one is called is a files or files explorer, and they're back. All right, cool. So how do you export your database? For example, let's say I wanted to export this database here. I just need to right click and go to import or export, and then you have these two. First, you can dump to the DTL data source, or you can do export. Normally, I've been doing export. Let's try to do export. I'm using this is MariaDB or MySQL, so they use the same kind of export. So export, and then when I'm here, I need to select my path to MySQL dump. So you need to go and search where did you install your MySQL or MariaDB. For example, here I'm using MariaDB. So if I go to my my MariaDB folder, I should scroll down and I should see my SQL dump. Where's my SQL dump? It's right here. So this is what I want to select. It's there. If you use MySQL, you do that. And I'm assuming you already have this MySQL or MariaDB installed on your computer. I will share another video on the link here that shows you how to install MySQL on your computer. All right, once I do that, this is the only thing I need to select. And then I can run. The only other thing that I can do is to select where it's going to dump to. By default, this is where it's going to go. You see there? I don't want to change that right now. I can just run and it will be saved over there. So, okay, run. It's going to run. And cool, it has already run, and then it shows me here on my bottom right it has finished processing, and then I can open it, or I can click this guy and yeah, let's open it. So open it is here. Let me expand. It's here. example for YouTube. That's how you dump your what now. All right, another feature I want to show you is transpose feature. So let's say you have this customers table here. Now let's assume you had a table that had so many columns and you don't want to keep scrolling left and right. What you can do is a cool feature here. It's called the transpose that DataGrip has. All you need to do is check this window here on top, and you have to select transpose. Let's see, where is it? View as, and then select transpose, and then this is gonna put all your columns vertically like that. So that's another cool feature. All right, I'm gonna go back again. It's available over here. You come here on this and then select transpose. Voila. All right, cool. Another feature that I want to show you is this DDL button. So when you have let's open another table, for example, employees table, any other table, you can click here DDL and it will show you all the script that is used to generate that query. So this is, and you can copy it, you can save it, depend, but this isn't, they say here, this is an auto generated definition. Again, all this is a button here, is a DDL button. Another button that I want to show you while you're still here is this, is a quick search or find on the current page. So whenever you have maybe thousands of rows, you can just click there and search here. I want to search, let's say, for manager, and then it will highlight that where that string is. All right, another feature that I wanna show you is how you can export some of this data. So for example, let me close this. Let's say I wanna export my employees table. I can just come here and say export data, and then it will give me options. What do you want? I want to export it as. There is CSV here, and then I can add, for example, I want to add a column header. So let me export this, and then I'm going to export this at the same word so that you can see where it's exported. You choose a location there, output file. Let's say I want to save it in my DataGrip projects in here, website vanilla 2, and I can even make a new folder here. Let's say I'm gonna make a new folder. I can say these are extract data. Say okay, and then it's gonna be saved there. Okay, employees, export to file. Another option I have is I can copy to clipboard. So let me export first, export to file and show you. So that has been exported there. I can say show in Explorer, or I can open directly by clicking here. Say show in Explorer, it will show me where it has been saved, or I can click right here to open it. All right, cool. And the folder, where did I save it? I saved it extract data, and here's here employee.csv. Another way to do that was to just copy. So if I don't want to export to file, I can just say okay, copy to clipboard, and then if I come back here, I can say open a new query console. I can just paste, and I will see all of that CSV data. All right. Another way to extract this is by selecting maybe a SQL insert. So that was CSV. You can choose Excel, which is kind of similar to CSV. Let's say about SQL inserts. I can select here SQL inserts, and now it's gonna copy as these SQL inserts. And I can do this. I can add a database definition table. So to create a table before you do those inserts. If I want to do transpose, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't want to do that. Cool. So I don't want, for example, to create another table. I can just uncheck this and export to file. I can just say here these are gonna be called employees inserts. I'm gonna rename, and then I go export to file, and then it has exported. And it shows me here, if I open, all those insert into. Cool. So that was, can close this window. Cool. So that was our extractors. Another feature that I can show you is how you can generate DDL. So let me close this window again. I'm going to make it clean. Close all tabs. If you are on this Database Explorer window, you can right click and you can say, for example, you can go to SQL scripts, and these can generate also, apart from that exporting data, you can generate a SQL script from this. So SQL scripts, and then I can go all the way here, say SQL generator. If I open this, it shows me down here the SQL that was used to generate that table. And then I can choose, you see here, generate. There I can customize this. I can add, for example, use, see, create or replace. I can select this to customize that. Or you can come to this guy here and save, and then I can choose the path where to save that. So let's, for example, I want to save mine to, let's say, website vanilla folder, say okay, and then here they have layout. I can select which kind of why does this not show? um, let's see here. Normally this is supposed to show like the kind of layout that you want. Let's say you want to export them to a file or to just one file. Okay, let's select dump. Let's see if that will work. uh, I might need to refresh. Let me go back and go back. I don't know why it's not. I don't know why it's not selecting that. Let's see. Let me go back here. Okay. Anyway, ignore that. I can also use this on my right here. I can open this query right in the console. If I click that, it opens the console, and then I can run it, or I can click save, and it will save that to a specific folder. You see already as script.sql, or I can just copy and paste it whenever wherever I wanna paste it. So that was about generating these scripts. All right, and the very last thing I want to show you is that apart from those, you can use the GUI to do a lot of stuff. So apart from using this query window, like query console, and like writing those scripts by code, you can just use your GUI here. So for example, if I want to create another table, I can just come here, say new. I want a new table, like that. For example, that is just table one, and then create a table, and then I can go into columns. um, I can add a new column. I can say that is column name, and then I can just say okay. So I can add as many columns I want by just clicking add, and a lot of other things here. The same things that you can do via code. Say okay, it will execute. Table one has been created. The same applies to once one to create. If you want to create some other stuff, you can modify that table. You can click modify, and you can change some stuff. So here you can see all the columns. You can click if you want to change the size, if you want to change some of those attributes. All right, you can do all of these via GUI. All right. Okay, cool. Those were just a few quick features I wanted to show you of DataGrip. Let me know what you think about it. Thank you.